Shalom. All praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Hashem, Mashiach, Amalek, Yahushua. Right, and this is the feast of dedication, man. Right, this is the third day of the feast of dedication. Right, and we should be feasting. Right, we should be in mirth. We should be in happiness, man. Praising the Most High Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. Right, and Lord willing, and y'all turning up in righteousness. Right, and Lord willing, y'all congregate. Right, through this 8-day feast. Right. I'm Brother Amaziah.
That Brother Azrael.
Brother Gedaliah. Brother Zakar.
Right, I'm gonna kick it off with this precept real quick. It's the book of John, chapter, bring us up. John 10:22. It's like.
Book of John, chapter 10 and verse 22.
Yeah.
And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication.
What?
The feast of dedication.
We keep it right now?
The feast of dedication. And it was winter.
Right, so our Lord, Yahushua, he kept the feast of dedication, right? Which is what we keeping right now, right? The Lord's Day, right? The feast of dedication, right? Let me bring this up to priest. Give me First Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse number 59. Actually, start at 56.
Book of First Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness.
With what?
With gladness.
We gotta offer these burnt offerings with gladness, man. Right? And no, we're not keeping the sacrificial law right now. But hey, you gotta be praying, right? Hey, because the work don't stop just because it's a feast day, right? Oh, it's a feast day, so I'm just gonna drink and eat. I ain't gonna read no precepts, right? I ain't gonna exhort nothing to my brothers, right? I'm not going out to camp. Right now, the work continues, man. We got to offer up these sacrifices by praying, right? Hey, reading the word, right? Hey, exhort one another, doing alms, right? All these things, they sacrifices on the spiritual level. Keep going.
And sacrifice the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Keep going.
They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed, and hang doors upon them. Thus were they very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
You said what?
For that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
So right now we're turning up because of the heathen was destroyed, man.
Come on.
And we got back into our temple and we dedicated the altar, right? Because they defiled it with abominations, right? The swine, right? And all type of wickedness, man, right? And all praise to the Most High, man. And we should be turning up in this day, right? For the name of the Lord. And he delivered the heathen into our hands. And we was able to overcome, right? So that's my precept.
And give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Because we got to realize why we in this thing, man. We got to be thankful that the Most High even put us in position to be able to know who we are in these last days, to be able to come together on these days, man. Because no, we ain't keeping Thanksgiving. We ain't showing up at Big Mama house, you know, while the turkey cooking, while that nasty ham is in the oven, man. To while people are going, mac and cheese, man. That's awesome. We're not dealing with that. The Lord is not dealing with that, man. The Lord told us to keep a feast of dedication and to do it 8 days, man. Go ahead and bring that up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old.
What did the Lord say?
Remember the days of old.
What are we doing by keeping the feast?
Remember the days of old.
So we remembering the days of old, man. We getting in the spirit of Judas Maccabeus, man. We getting in the spirit of our forefather Simon. We getting into this thing, man. Turning up that the Lord is willing to kill our enemies time after time, man. And this is going to be the last time. This is our last captivity. It ain't no more captivities after this, man. Next is the kingdom. And Lord willing, I get to see each and every brother and sister in here inside the kingdom, man. All right. Finish that up.
Consider the years of many generations.
And we're supposed to be considering the years of these generations, man. Considering all the things that our forefathers told us. I love saying all the time that blessed is he that readeth, and the things that aforetime was written for our learning. So we read these things so we can double back on what our forefathers did, on all the mighty righteous acts. And we redoing that stuff now, man, through the Spirit. Go ahead.
Ask thy father, and he will show you.
As what?
Ask thy father, and he will show you.
And you got to pray to the Most High for these things, man, because you can't get it on your own. You can't lean on your own understanding. We need the law, statutes, and commandments. We need the guidance from all of our forefathers and our foremothers on how to get by in this captivity. Finish that up.
Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And the elders are the ones that's supposed to tell us. But what do our elders do on a daily basis? When we at camp, and we ask a brother that's 50, 60 plus, man, what are they telling us? Some folly.
Right.
They got us looking up to who? Like Ice Cube, A-Ball, MJG, looking at the presidents, making us think that there's some way out of this thing. The Lord said in Deuteronomy 28:68 that there will be nobody else to redeem us, man. Only Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, man. And we patiently waiting on that. Go ahead.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
I said, and he divided the heritage among the nations, man. And we trying to get that heritage back,
Right.
getting back to these laws, statutes, and commandments in these last days.
Right.
Next brother,
I
guys.
got a precept real quick.
Huh.
Can you give me the book of Psalms, chapter 77 and 11?
Book of Psalms, chapter 77, and verse 11. I will remember the works of the
He
Lord.
said what?
I will remember the works of the Lord.
Yeah, we gotta remember the days of old. Hey, in the days of old, the Lord, hey, he was doing wondrous works, man. Right? Hey, during the Maccabees time, hey, we was putting 40,000 to fight with 3,000 men, man. Right? Hey, we didn't need a large multitude of armies, right, to defeat the heathen. Why? Because the Lord was on our side. So we gotta remember the works of the Lord, you know?
Surely I will remember thy wonders of old.
Right, the wonders of old. How he delivered us out of Egypt, right? And destroyed the Egyptians in the midst of the Red Sea, right? And remember how Joshua went into the land and marched around the city, right? And we had the people scared, man, right? And how the Maccabees put these people to fight with only 3,000 men, right? And we have to remember these things, right? Keep going.
I will
He
meditate
said,
also.
what?
I will meditate also of all thy work and talk of thy doing.
So you gotta meditate on all the works, right? Thinking about it while you at work, right? You might be driving in the car. Damn, David slew Goliath with just a damn slingshot down there, right? And he said, talk of thy doing. You gotta talk about it, man, right? With your children. Then the Lord said you gotta talk with your children when they lay down, when they getting up, when they going about about their day, right? Roughly paraphrasing. And you have to talk about the doing, right? Right, so hey, we gotta remember these things, man, as we go on, but you gotta.
Somebody give me the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 10. Through the Spirit. Because we're in these days that we gotta, hey, this is a day, right, where you gotta remember. You know what I'm saying? When you got, hey, as a matter of fact, Sloppy, go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 11. I did go to that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, and verse 11.
Yeah.
Beware that thou forget not the
Say,
Lord.
what did he say?
Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
and not keeping his commandments.
Hey, so this is a commandment, man. Hey, we gotta keep the feast of dedication, man.
Right.
Hey, we gotta beware unless we forget. Hey, because if we forget, hey, that's what we're gonna be able to celebrate Christmas. We're gonna be able to celebrate all these the New Year for the world. We're gonna be in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna forget the commandments, man. Hey, Moses told the Israelites, hey, all of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, all the 12 tribes of Israel, beware and forget not. Hey, could you drop down to 18?
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy
What do
God.
you say?
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God.
Uh-huh.
For it is he that giveth power to get wealth.
Yeah, because look, hey, our people get all of this money and they get they get all the success throughout the year. And guess what they go do? They go and offer it and sacrifice it to a damn idol, man.
Right.
They're gonna sacrifice it to Nimrod, man, to Tammuz reborn, and whose birthday was actually December 25th, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to take all that money, that sacrificial offering, and they're going to get their kids Christmas present, put it under the tree. They got the cookies and the milk right by the tree. Then they're going to bow down to the damn tree, man.
Right.
Who Ishtar said that, guess what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Nimrod's blood is inside the pine trees, man. He said, hey, that they believe that the spirit of Nimrod is through pine trees, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's what they say, man. And now people go and do these pagan holidays, man. Is it more than that? Yes, sir, because they say, hey, because they feel, oh, it was me that got this wealth. You know what I'm saying? The whole time it's you telling your kid to go to the daggone, hey, to worship, hey, to believe in Santa when it's you to go to the store, put the daggone toys in layaway. It's you that wrap up the damn presents. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's you that do this, man, with your wealth, man. Because he said, what again? Stop from the top.
Verse 18.
Uh-huh.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy
He
God,
said you gotta remember the Lord thy God and do what?
for it is he that giveth thee power
Because he was the Most High God to give you that wealth. He bring it out.
to get wealth,
Uh-huh.
that he may establish his covenant,
That he made what?
that he may establish his covenant,
Uh-huh.
which he sware unto thy fathers.
See, and this is the part of the covenant. This is the part of the covenant that he swore to our fathers, man. Hey, to keep the holy feast days. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and this is a holy feast day. It's a feast week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is Kanakah, meaning dedication. You know what I'm saying? Our forefathers, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Judas Maccabeus, Mattathias, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they said we fight for our lives and our laws, man. They say, hey, people, hey, our forefathers really risked their lives for these laws, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Eleazar, man, he said, hey, I'd rather to die than to defile myself with meats, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, because you give me the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 10.
Salaki, before you go there, can I grab a precept real quick? Proverbs 16 and 16.
Yeah.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 16. How much better is it to get wisdom?
What the Lord say?
How much better is it to get wisdom than gold?
Says, so you ain't supposed to lean on that money, man.
Uh-huh.
You ain't supposed to be leaning on the riches,
That's right.
bowing down to all the statues, man. Some people, they probably got the menorah lit in their house, man. Got it lit for the whole 8 days, and they sitting down, bowing down to it, because they look at it as an idol, and not just a thing that the Lord put for us to just use in remembrance of him. Go ahead.
And to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver.
I say, you supposed to worship the understanding, man. We supposed to be thankful for that wife that we have in wisdom, man.
Right.
We supposed to be leaning on the wisdom, which the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. So we supposed to be getting the wisdom, and the only way you're going to get that is through the scriptures, via the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushua. Go ahead, you got it.
I like to say, hey, bring out Sirach to the 2 and verse 10.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Look at the generations of
What
old.
we supposed to do?
Look at the generations of old.
Uh-huh.
And see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded?
Hey, so look, man, hey, our forefathers, man, hey, Judas, man, hey, Mattathias, man, and he said, those that want to keep our laws, hey, follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said to the Israelites that was, what's it called? What's that town called that he was in? Molden, man. When he was in Molden, man, and he said, all y'all that want to follow the Lord's laws, hey, follow me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said, man. Hey, because he trusted in the Most High God, man. Hey, when it was faint from fasting all day, man, and all of them damn Greeks came, hey, Judas said, man, hey, it's the Most High God that give power to make the least, hey, take out the many, man. Hey, greatly paraphrasing, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the Most High God that give that power, man. Hey, he had faith in the Lord. He said, see that ever what? See that ever? Bring it out one time.
Look at the generations of old
Uh-huh.
and see, did ever any trust in the Lord
Uh-huh.
and was confounded?
Man, he wasn't confounded, man. Everything, hey, even with Joshua, man, you know what I'm saying? Every land they went in the promised land, and they overtook, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they trusted in the Lord. They wasn't confounded. They knew that the Most High was going to, he said, hey, they will be given over into your hand. Can you read it out?
Or did any abide in his fear
Uh-huh.
and was forsaken?
Did he ever what?
Abide in his fear and was forsaken.
Because when you fear the Lord, that means you keep the commandments of the Lord. He will not forsake you, man. Can you
Right.
read?
Or whom did he ever despise that calleth upon him?
Uh-huh. So who did he ever despise? Hey, that prayed to him, man. And you can't be dismayed by the ways of the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, because your grandmother been celebrating Christmas and daggone Thanksgiving and daggone 4th of July and all of these other wicked daggone pagan days, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, for 40-something years, 50-something years, the traditions of men. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they've been doing these things and they've been getting by. Hey, like I said in Ecclesiastes, man. You know what I'm saying? The 8th chapter, verse 11. Hey, bring that out right quick, Baba Kashan. Then I'm going to come back to that.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work,
You said what?
because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man are fully set in them to do evil.
Hey, like they be over here breaking the Lord's commandments, man, eating daggone pork. Hey, our forefathers ready to die than to defile themselves with the meats, man. They got the damn Christmas ham talking about, so this is my world famous daggone ham, daggone in Coca-Cola for 2 days, man. Marinated in Coca-Cola for 2 days. Willingly doing sin, man. Willingly being wicked, man. Hey, doing the same thing that the damn wicked Israelites did in Maccabees, the first chapter, verse 11, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, following the ways of the heathen, being seduced and dismayed by their ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, could you give me the book one last drink and give me the book of 2 Maccabees and start at verse 49. Yeah. I'm gonna get one last precept after that. I'm gonna be done slacking. Brother, for some light precept. Chapter 1 and verse slacking. Chapter 2 and verse 49. Slacking.
The book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 49.
2 and 49. It's 1 and 49. Oh, slacking.
First Maccabees,
Yeah, first Maccabees 2 and 49.
that's the 2 Maccabees. First Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 49. Now when the time drew near that Mattathias should die, he said unto his sons, now hath pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction and the wrath of indignation.
You read?
Now therefore, my son, be ye zealous for the law.
That's what he say?
Be ye zealous for the law.
Hey, to be zealous, man, is to be on fire, man. Hey, to have an undoubted, unshaken, unshaken faith. Hey, a belief in something, man. You're zealous about something. You're passionate about it, man. You say you gotta be zealous for the law. Can you read it?
And give your lives for the covenant.
What did he say?
And give your lives for the
What did he
covenant.
tell his sons?
And give your lives for the covenant.
See, that's what did Mattathias do?
Give your lives for the covenant of your fathers.
Of who?
Of your
Can
fathers.
you read?
Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did.
What did he say he do?
Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and everlasting name.
An everlasting name, man, through the Spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be zealous for the law, man. And for the covenant of our fathers, man. But you could drop them other precepts. Lesson.
Right, that's all praises. That's a smooth transition into the lesson we're doing. Right? Because hey, these men, Mattathias and his sons, hey, they was living for the law zealously, right? And it said that, read that one more time, verse 50.
Now therefore, my sons, be ye zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall you receive great honor and an everlasting name.
So you will receive great honor and an everlasting name if you live for the laws, right? But you got some man, right, that's they're trying to make a name for themselves, right? They try to, through hatred, right, for their brother, right? Through vainglory, right? They try to go out and make a name for themselves, right? Try to be some big guy in Israel, man, right? When the Lord always chooses a man, right? He always anoints a man, right? You can't just step up and just be a leader out of nowhere, man, right? The Lord will throw you down. Give me the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 13, right? Because, hey, it's men and Maccabees that went to make a name for themselves. We're going to see what happened to them. Right, bring that out.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 13. Now when Sarah,
Start at 11.
verse 11, which thing when Judas perceived, he went forth to meet him, and so he smote him and slew him. Many also fell down slain, but the rest fled.
Right, so you got the wicked man, right, coming against Judas, right? And Judas slayed him, man, right? They put him down. Keep going.
Wherefore Judas took their spoils, and Apollyo's sword also.
Took the heat of swords. You know?
And therewith he fought all his life long. Now when Saron, a prince of the army of Syria,
Right.
heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and a company of the faithful to go out with him to war,
Huh?
he said, I will give me a
He
name.
said what?
I will give me a
You
name.
got a man, right? The heathen, right? Said, hey, I'm gonna go out and give me a name. I'm gonna go step up against the Lord's chosen, right? Against Judas, you know?
And honor in the kingdom. For I will go fight with Judas.
He said what?
For I will go fight with
He
Judas
said, you're gonna go fight with Judas, right? You know?
and them that are with him, who despise the king's commandment. So he made him ready to go up,
Uh-huh.
and there went with him a mighty host of ungodly to help him.
Right, so now he got the ungodly with him, right? And that's talking about the wicked Israelites, right? The ungodly man fighting with the heathen, right, to go against their own brother, you know?
And to be avenged of the children of Israel. And when he came near to the going up of Beth-hora, Judas went forth to meet him with a small
So
company.
now you got Judas coming against Sarai, man, right? I want you to jump to 21.
Verse
And
21.
this is Judas speaking to his to the men that was kind of discouraged when they seen the big army that Sarai had. Yeah, start at 20.
Verse 20. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy
That's
us.
the heat. Coming in pride and iniquity, right? And sin. And you got wicked Israelites following along with them, right? We don't.
And our wives and children, and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our
He
laws.
said what?
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
And that's why we got to be even on a spiritual level.
Right.
Demons coming up against you, right? With all unfamiliar spirits, wicked spirits, man. Right? You have to fight for the laws, man. Right? Like fight for your family, right? Because them demons knock you down, and now your whole family is shambled. Now your whole household down. Right? We don't.
Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our
Right?
face.
That's that faith. Right? We don't.
And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
We don't.
Now as soon as he had left of speaking, he leapt suddenly upon them. And so Saron and his host went overthrown before
He
him.
said what?
So Saron and his host went overthrown before
Right?
him.
So this man Sarai trying to go and make a name for himself, and he got overthrown.
Right.
Right? He couldn't come against the Lord and Judas, right? He couldn't take our army down. Why? Because the Lord was with us, right? Hey, Judas put the spirit on all the people that was with him in the army, right? To have faith in the Lord, that the Lord gonna fight our battles, right? And we not worrying about the heathen. They can come with 40,000, 100,000, a million, right? And we still gonna overcome, right? Because we trust in the Lord, right? So hey, this heathen that tried to go and make a name for himself, and he got overthrown, right? And the damn wicked was with him. Right, but it's got precepts.
Also, I just wanted to make a point. This verse 16, it said, Judas went forth to meet him with a small company.
See that?
It's like, man, the Israelites got angels around them. You can't just come with just a few heathens and think that you're gonna put us to flight.
All right.
That ain't how it work, man. You got Israelites setting up the Lord's chosen people with angels surrounding them, moving in the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.
All right.
Go ahead.
Jump to First Maccabees 5 and 55. All right, 'cause that was a heathen. Now let's see what it's an Israelite man, right, to try to go and make a name for himself. Bring that up.
Book of First Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 55. Now what time, as Judas and Jonathan were in the land of Gilead and Simeon, and his brothers and Gilead before Ptolemy,
Right, so you got Judas and his brothers, right? They split up and went to go fight the heathen. Right, we don't.
Joseph and the sons of Zacharias and Azarias, captains of the garrisons, heard of the valiant acts and warlike deeds which they had done.
Right, so you got Joseph and Azarias, right? They heard of the acts that Judas and his brothers was doing. They fighting the heathen, right? Put them to flight, right? You know.
Wherefore they said, let us also get us a name.
They said what?
Let us also get us a name. And go fight against the heathen that are round about us.
So these men wasn't set up to lead an army, to go and fight against the heathen, right? We don't.
So when they had given charge unto the garrison that was with
Now
them,
they rounding brothers up, right, to go and fight the heathen. We don't.
they went toward Jamil.
Yeah.
Then came
Georgies.
Georgius and his men out of the city to fight against them.
So you got Georgies, right? The ox, you can say, right? The Elias set up, right, after Antiochus left, right? This is one of the heathens they was fighting against. You got Georgius coming, read on.
And so it was that Joseph and Azarias were put to flight.
What happened?
Joseph and Azarias were put to flight.
Joseph and Azarias was put to flight by the heathens, man, right? Why? Because the Lord had set them up, right? These men, right, through damn envy of their own brothers, right? They try to go and make a name for themselves, right? And another thing, these brothers ain't prayed before they went to war. Hey, Judas and his brothers, they always prayed. Hey, the Lord is on our side, and fasted, right? Hey, the Lord on our side, right? They calling on the name of the Lord, right? Give me Psalms 34:19 real quick. These wicked men, didn't Mattathias tell his sons, if you live and die zealously for the law, and you gonna get they gonna remember your name, roughly paraphrase, right? You gonna get honor. Right, read on.
The book of Psalms, chapter 34, and verse 19. Many are the afflictions of the righteous.
Right, so hey, the righteous, they gonna get afflicted, right? You gonna come against these demons on a spiritual level, right? Hey, Judas, they had to come against the heathen. Right? They had to fight on the Sabbath day, right? Read on.
But the Lord delivereth him out of them all.
But the Lord is going to deliver them, right? If you are the righteous. And we know what the righteousness is. That's Deuteronomy 6:25. If you keep the commandments. Right, read on.
Verse 20. He keepeth all his bones.
Oh, that's it on there. Give me Psalms 50 and 15. Another precept to go with that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 15.
Like, because the righteous are always going to be delivered, right? The Lord not going to leave him high and dry. You hear you calling on his name, right? You know you keeping the commandments, but he's saying, yeah, not today. I don't feel like it today. Right? The Lord not going to do that, man. The Lord's going to deliver you out of the hands of the enemy, you know?
And call upon me in the day of trouble.
He said what?
And call upon me in the day of trouble. And I will deliver thee.
And that's for the righteous man, right? But then the Lord said in the book of Proverbs 1:26 on down, right? They gonna call on him in that day, he ain't gonna answer, right? He gonna mock when your fear coming, right? So you know they're talking about the righteous. When you call on the name of the Lord in that day, he gonna deliver you, you know?
And thou shalt glorify me.
Right? You know?
But unto the wicked.
But unto who?
But unto the wicked.
Right?
God saith, what hast thou to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy
So
mouth?
what do you do? You don't need to keep the commandments, right? What are you calling on me for, right? What do you need Satan for, right? And you despised all my laws, right? You cast them behind my back. They can say that if you keep reading.
Verse 17, seeing thou hatest
He
instruction.
said what?
Seeing thou hatest instruction.
Because these men, they wasn't instructed to go out against Georgius and fight, trying to go make a name for themselves, you know?
And casteth my words behind them.
Uh-huh. That's it on that?
That's it.
Right? So hey, you gotta be set up by the Lord, right? Only righteous man is gonna be delivered, right? Whether that's in a real war, right? Whether that's fighting demons, right? And you got to be righteous, you have to be sincere, right? You have to be really in this thing, right? And set up by the Most High, right? You know, appreciate that.
Could you get the book of Psalms 119 and verse number 1, start at verse 150. Alright. And verse 150. Hey, because like the brother was just bringing out, man, hey, it was wicked Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That grouped up with the damn heathen to try to fight against the man of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, read that out right fast.
The book of Psalms 119, verse 150.
Uh-huh.
They draw nigh that followeth after
He
mischief.
said, who?
They draw nigh that followeth after mischief.
Uh-huh.
They are far from thy law.
They are far from the law, man. Hey, these wicked heathen don't even have the law, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and these people that's with the heathen, hey, they draw nigh to mischief, man. Hey, they with it, man. They with the wicked. You know what I'm saying? They with the evil. You know what I'm saying? They despise the words of the Most High, man. As the brother just brought out, man. They cast the words of the Most High behind their back. You know what I'm saying? You tell a brother, hey, don't celebrate Christmas, man. I'm just doing it for the kids, man. I don't give a damn what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it for my kid. Oh, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? My kids got to be a kid. You know what I'm saying? They got to have a childhood, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. They despise the words of the Lord. I'll tell you, stop eating pork. Oh, man, shoot, I paid about $400 for this plate. Why would you pay $400 for a plate?
Right.
That you gonna eat and then poop and piss out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You despise the word of the Lord because of your own pride and you fall into mischief. But keep reading.
Verse 51. 151. Thou art near, O
What
Lord.
did he say?
Thou art near, O
And
Lord.
the Most High God is near, man. Hey, you see in these wars and rumors of wars happening, and you see the wicked Israelites rising with the wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what did he say?
And all thy commandments are true.
And what?
And all thy commandments are true.
And now you see in the great awakening, a lot of people are coming up to the understanding and knowing that who they are according to the words of the Most High, man. They starting to see that these commandments and these curses are true, man. The commandments of the Lord are true, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we hear people at Camp One Tussle, how this gonna give me some money. And we ain't giving a damn about this damn money, man.
Right.
We ain't giving a damn about the wickedness in this mischief, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you give me the book, right? First Maccabees chapter 2, and start at verse number 19.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse
Start
19.
at 19.
Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice. To all the nations that are under the king's dominion, obey him. And fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments.
So look, that's where religion is discipline, according to the Greek. That's what, if you look it up in the Greek, that word religion means discipline, man. And we left our discipline. Our discipline would keep us in line is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. It would keep us separate and severed from the wicked in this world is keeping the laws, commandments. This is our discipline, man. You read.
Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren.
What did he say?
Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our
Walk
fathers.
in the covenant of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, those that kept the commandments. Hey, Moses, man, the one that taught the commandments to the people. Hey, Yahweh Shai, man, the one that showed us how to keep the commandments, man.
Right.
The one who came and, was that a living sacrifice in the flesh, man. Hey, for the sins of Israel, man.
Right.
So we can get the promise, the adoption, the repentance, and the services of the Most High, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, can you read?
God forbid that we should forsake the law.
What did he say?
God forbid that we should forsake the
He
law
told his sons, God forbid that we should forsake the law, man. Can you read?
and the ordinances.
And the what?
And the ordinances.
And those are the ways to do it, the statutes. You know what I'm saying? It's an order of things. Like how we light up. That's a reason why we have a menorah. And we got the 7 candlesticks, man. The 7 lamps, man.
Not 9.
Not 9. Not damn 8. You know what I'm saying? We got 7. You know what I'm saying? Not no daggone 12. You know what I'm saying? Like how these daggone Israelis, man. And the Lord ain't dealing with them, man. They gonna get put to death, thus saith the Lord. Can you read, though?
We will not hearken to the king's
What did
word.
he say?
We will not hearken to the king's word.
And now people be ready to bow down. Soon as Esau come around with his daggone shiny gold badge, you know what I'm saying, and his daggone blue suit. You know what I'm saying? Ready to bow down. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. Hey, son, I'm just trying to make it home to my wife, sir. I got me some hot plates when I get home. Please, sir. He ready to bow down, man. He be ready to kiss Esau, boo, man. He supposed to be kissing yours, man. He read.
We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all the sacrifice on in the sight of all the sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin.
Which was at where?
Which was at Modin.
Now this is where, you know what I'm saying, Mattathias, it was a hood. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerusalem was like the suburbs. That's where everybody was at, you know what I'm saying? And they was in the hood, in Modin, man. You know what I'm saying? Can you read?
According to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal.
What did he say?
He was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger.
And he got inflamed with zeal. He was like, man, what the hell is you doing? Hey, you see this? What's going on? What the heck is you doing, man? Can you read?
Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran.
What did he do?
Wherefore he
I
ran.
thought he walked up over there.
Wherefore he
Now
ran.
he tiptoed.
Wherefore he ran and slew him.
And what did he do?
And slew him.
Yeah.
and slew him upon the altar.
That's what he did, man. Hey, he slew that man for breaking the law of God's commandments, man.
Right.
Hey, for being weak. You understand? Hey, this what you are when you go and bend your will for because hey man, everybody's doing it. I might as well get with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe Biden said we gotta call them, you know what I'm saying, what their pronouns are. You know what I'm saying?
You're not even black if you don't vote for me.
And he said you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
So you gotta vote.
Well, I guess we ain't black then. I guess we ain't black. Because your damn oppressor said that you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they said, man, hey, he was inflamed with zeal, man. He said, man, I don't give a dang on what he said. And he went and slew him right there on the altar. But who more is our people, man? We got even Elon. We had Elon earlier today in the store. Talk about I've been here 50 years. Yeah, I keep Christmas. Come on, man. That's not even your culture. You got Arabs. You bow to the Qibla and the Christmas tree. You double finished. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like the brother Yaquan said, man, they jammed up, man. But I digress, man.
We bring out the classic, Proverbs 3 and 31.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
What did the Lord say?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So we ain't supposed to be like our heathens, man. We got the guidance from the scriptures. We got Jeremiah 10 to tell us that we ain't supposed to be bowing down to these Christmas trees. Let alone, like the brother was saying, that every other nation had drunk from that cup of the wine of Babylon, man. Right. Everybody want to be like the so-called white man. Want to get into all the freak-off things that he like to do, man. When everybody got their own customs, they turned their back on even they pagan gods. Even though they gods don't stand a chance against the Most High Yahweh, they didn't turn their back on them and follow after the white man. Go ahead.
And choose none of his ways.
And you're supposed to choose none of his ways, man. Don't be like him. We got a culture. We got a heritage, man. Read on. Verse 32.
For the forward is an abomination to
What?
For the forward is abomination.
So to have them thoughts of envy and the oppressor, man, that's an abomination to the Lord. The Lord look at that as spit on the ground, just like he do the rest of the nations. Read on.
But his secret is with the righteous.
It said, and that secret is with the righteous. It said that secret is these scriptures, man. Like this stuff, it seems totally foreign to all the other nations, man. When we get to talking about the word, they be like, what the hell is going on? They see that Jake waking up, see that we are wise and understanding people, man. Go ahead.
Verse 33.
That's like, I mean, bro.
You can book Proverbs 8 and 13. Proverbs 8 and 13.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
It said what?
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil,
You know?
pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate.
Like, so the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. So the brother brought out Mattathias, he slew his brother that tried to sacrifice swine on the altar. Because why? He ate evil, man. Right? He don't want to see his brother go off and he hates the wickedness that they do, man. Right? So he had to stop that brother by slewing him at the altar. Give me Psalms, actually no, give me Amos 5 and 15, classic. Amos 5 and 15.
Book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good.
Say do what?
Hate the evil and love the good.
So, hey, the men of the truth, the righteous, they gonna hate the evil.
Right.
What's evil? What's coming around? Christmas, the big fat man going down the chimney, right? Stealing your damn cookies, your damn Chips Ahoy.
Hey, Jake, 9 times out of 10, Jake don't even have a chimney.
Right.
He grew up in the
Jake
projects
got a
and
chimney.
apartments.
Alright?
When he crawling into the window?
Yeah, so he kicking your damn your window fan and getting through the damn window, man. Alright? Yeah, climbing up your damn balcony, right? On the third
On the
level.
fire escape.
The fire escape, yeah. On your damn fire escape. So he said hate the evil and love the good, you know?
And establish judgment in the
So
gates.
you gotta establish judgment, right? And that's what Mattathias did. And he had to make a decision, I'm killing this guy, right, you know?
It may be the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
Right, say that the Lord's gonna be gracious unto us, right? If we follow his ways and hate the evil and love the good. Right, that's a precept.
I just got one more. You know what I'm saying? Cause you give me the book of Tobit, chapter 14, and start at verse number 1. Cause brother was going into, you know what I'm saying, hey, what happens when you when you try to make a name for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Out of pride, you say, you see what happened to Saran, you know what I'm saying, Azarias, you see what happened to them when they try to make a name for themselves, man. But now, in this last battle, man, in these last days, you know what I'm saying, because we are at war every day. You know what I'm saying, spiritually, even carnally, man, with the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying, and these other nations, man. And that's trying to take us out every day. That's got these wicked laws that's not for us, man. Miranda rights that goes against our rights that we have for the Lord, man. Just saying, hey, give me the book of Tobit, chapter 14, and start at verse number 1.
Book of Tobit, chapter 14, and verse 1.
Because we gotta have a good name before we die, man. Before the death. You know what I'm saying? Bring it out.
So Tobit made an end of praising God,
Verse 11.
and he was 58 years old
Uh-huh.
when he lost his sight,
Uh-huh.
which was restored to him after 8 years. And he gave alms.
What did he do?
And he gave alms.
Hey, he ain't had no sight, and he still gave. You know what I'm saying? Because he trusted in the wrong side, man. He ain't had no sight. He ain't giving that. Hey, them people that would probably, you know how wicked Jake be. You see a blind man giving you stuff, he probably try to finesse him. Because he can't see. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he ain't care about that, man. And he said he gave alms. He read it.
And he increased in the fear of the
What
Lord.
did he do?
And he increased in the fear of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
God, and praised him. And when he was very aged, he called his son and the 6 sons of his son,
Uh-huh.
and said to him, My son, take thy children, for behold, I am aged, and am ready to depart out of this life.
So just like Mattathias did, man. Hey, these men are setting their household in order.
Right.
By keeping that commandment that you gotta teach your children, man. You gotta teach your children. You gotta teach the ones that's under you. You gotta set your household in order. Keep reading.
Go into Midian, my son,
Uh-huh.
for I surely believe those things which Jonas the prophet spake of Navi.
Of Nineveh. So I'm saying, so Nineveh is also Babylon, man. The land of lawlessness, man.
Right.
They ain't have no laws over there. They didn't know about the law in Nineveh, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's why Jonah had to go over there and teach. He said, what?
Valley of the shadow of death.
The valley of the shadow of death, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what the wages of sin is, man. It's death, man. So he had to go over there and teach them the law, man. Keep reading.
That it shall be overthrown,
Uh-huh.
and that for a time peace shall rather be in Midian,
Uh-huh.
and for our brethren shall lie scattered in the earth,
Where are we?
lie scattered in the earth,
Where the Israelites? Where the Israelites?
lie scattered in the earth
Uh-huh.
from that good land. And Jerusalem shall be desolate,
What is it gonna be?
and Jerusalem shall be
What did
desolate,
Alexander the Greek do?
and Jerusalem shall be
What
desolate,
did Antiochus do?
and Jerusalem shall be
You know what I'm
desolate.
saying? And that's what they did to Jerusalem, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is Tobit prophesying these things that came in the past, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that Jerusalem's going to be desolate. You know what I'm saying? Hey, go out there and preach the laws in the land of lawlessness. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the prophets of the Lord is out there doing on the corners, man. On all the 4 corners, man. Out there in Europe, out there in Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? Out here in St. Louis, out there in Baltimore, out there in Chicago, Midwest, all the Midwest, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? All over the damn world, man. Brothers out there, hey, prophesying, hey, the destruction of this place, man. Keep reading.
And the house of God in it shall be burned,
Uh-huh.
and shall be desolate for a time.
Uh-huh.
And that again, God will have mercy upon them, and bring them again into the land,
Uh-huh.
where they shall build a temple, but not like unto the first, until the time of the age be fulfilled.
Now that temple is what? It's us, man. Hey, it's us building it. We building that temple. We the temple of the Lord, man.
Right.
And we the ones that's being built up. You know what I'm saying? This the one that's not, we the temple that's not going to be like the former, man.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Hey, this when the Most High God come back, man. He read.
And and afterward they shall return from all places of their captivity,
Uh-huh.
and build up Jerusalem gloriously.
Uh-huh.
And the house of God shall be built in it forever with the glorious
He
building.
said it's gonna be what?
Built, slide here. And the house of God shall be built in it forever with the glorious building.
Glorious building. He read.
And the prophets have spoken thereof.
And the brothers that's out there doing the work of the Lord, we out here bringing it out, man. Letting our people know on the four corners. Guess what? The four corners of the earth that's scattered abroad, man. That the Most High God coming back to give us the salvation. And we don't give a damn about the heathen. We gonna tell the so-called white man he the devil that the Bible speaks of to his damn face. And guess what? You gonna be the ones. That's guess what? That's gonna bow down and kiss our feet through the Spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And all nations shall turn and fear the Lord God truly, and shall bury their idols. And so shall all nations praise the Lord, and his people shall confess God, and the Lord shall exalt his people. And all those which love the Lord God in truth and truth and justice shall rejoice.
That's right.
Showing mercy to our brethren.
Doing what to our brethren?
Showing mercy to our
Hey,
brethren.
we're gonna be showing mercy to our brethren again, man. We ain't gonna be out here killing each other. We ain't gonna be out here working for usury towards each other. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And now my son, depart out of Nineveh, because that those things which the prophet Jonas spake shall surely come to pass.
They gonna do?
Shall surely come to pass.
Read.
Verse 9. But keep thou the law and commandments, but keep now the law and the commandments.
What did Tobit tell his sons?
But keep now the law and
We'll
commandments.
be out here telling the the tribes of Israel that's lost.
But keep now the laws and the commandments,
Uh-huh.
and show thyself merciful and just, that it may go well with thee. And bury, verse 10.
You read?
And bury me decently,
Uh-huh.
and thy mother with me, but tarry no longer at Nineveh. Remember, my son, how Ammon handled Achias, Antiochus, that brought him up. How out of light he brought him into darkness, and how he rewarded him again. And yet Antiochus was saved, but the other had his reward, for he went down into darkness.
But you could drop that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that was the whole point, man. Hey, Tobit set his house in order, man, and gave alms, man. He told his house and told his sons to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. This is how you have a good name before death, man. Hey, you gotta flee out of Babylon, man. Flee out of Nineveh, man. Flee from lawlessness, man. Flee from wickedness, man. And keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, because this place will surely die real soon. But I digress.
Get 2 Timothy 2:15.
But 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved.
What the Lord say?
Study to show thyself approved.
What do we need to do?
Study to show thyself approved.
It's saying, and even though that brothers may, be teachers of this thing, and we gotta be taught on a daily basis too.
Right.
We need these scriptures every day too.
That's right.
So whether, no matter how many times you've read over precept, you know it, you may got the breakdowns, you still gotta get into this thing, man. You never know when the Lord may take his spirit from you. You never know what you may have not had a clear understanding on. And you gotta be able to do like the world called each one teach one. Go ahead.
A workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
I said you gotta be able to rightly divide the word of truth. And how can you rightly divide the word of truth if you haven't read through these scriptures, man? Give me another precept. Give me Acts 17 and 11.
The book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind.
That they did what?
That they received the word with all readiness of mind.
And you gotta have readiness of mind when you hear these scriptures, man. When somebody giving you a message, thus saith the Lord, you gotta have an open ear to it. You can't just put that block up and be stiff-necked and rebellious like our forefathers have always been. Go ahead.
And search the scriptures daily.
And then what?
And search the scriptures daily.
And one of the men that were more more noble than the men at Thessalonica?
And search the scriptures daily.
And you gotta search these scriptures daily.
That's right.
You can't just be like, oh, well, you know, I read last Saturday. I should be cool. I'll stay in the spirit till Sabbath again. Hey, man, you never know if the Lord gonna even keep you here till the next Sabbath, man. So you gotta search these scriptures daily. You don't want your house trying to come back and when the last time you read, you sit there and scratch your head like, I don't know, I read Deuteronomy like and a week ago. Man, the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. You gotta know exactly where you at. You gotta be in these scriptures on a daily basis. Meditating on the scriptures when you wake up, meditating on them in your lunch break, when you get off work, when you going to sleep. You gotta be in these things all day long. Finish that up.
Whether those things were so.
And that's how you know whether these things are so. Because if not, man, you're gonna be back in the world letting the pastors just lead you to and fro with every wind of doctrine, man.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Give me 2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse number 15.
Second Maccabees
Start
chapter,
at 16.
Second Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them,
2 Maccabees.
Second Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 16. Whereas we then are about to celebrate the
What we
purfication,
finna do?
about to celebrate the
We
purification
finna celebrate the purification of the temple, man.
Right.
When we overcame the heathen and got the temple back. We don't.
we have written unto you, and ye shall do well,
He said what?
and ye shall do well, if ye keep the same
You're gonna
day.
do well if you keep the same days, right? If you keep these holy days, right? If you keep these commandments that the Most High commanded, right? Read on.
We hope also that the God that delivered all his people and gave them all a heritage and a kingdom and priesthood and a sanctuary, as he promised in the law, will shortly have mercy upon us and gather us together out of every land under heaven into the holy place. For he hath delivered us out of great troubles and hath purified the place.
Keep going.
Now as concerning Judas Maccabeus and his brethren, and the purification of the great temple, and the dedication of the altar, and the wars against Antiochus Epiphanes, and Eupator his son, and the manifest signs that came from heaven unto those that believe themselves manfully to their honor of Judaism, so that being but a few,
He said what?
being but a few,
So that being but a few, read on.
they overcame the whole
They
country.
did what?
They overcame the whole
What
country.
happened when they got it together?
They overcame the whole country and chased barbarous multitudes.
Read on.
And he recovered again the temple renowned all over the world, all the world over, and freed the city, and upheld the laws
They did
which
what?
and upheld the laws which were going down. And the Lord being gracious unto them with all favor.
You jumped it. Alright, so hey, we have to keep these feast days, man.
Right.
And remember the acts of our forefathers, right? Remember overcoming the heathen. Remember the Lord having mercy on us in these last days, right? So with that, we're gonna close out. Right, and Lord willing, that was edifying, right? Like the brother said, Lord willing, you studying these things, and seeing these things is true, right? You reading, you praying, you fasting, right? And you turning up in righteousness, man.
Right.
You shouldn't be sitting up with your feet up, right? And watching TV, man. You should be turning up, eating good, right? Drinking with your brother. You should be with your brothers, man, right? And righteousness, right? And remembering the acts of our forefathers, right? Right, you guys all-
And doing like David did, hey, dancing before the Lord with all your might, man.
That's
right.
right. All your might. You should be talking about the acts of our forefathers. Meditate on these things as you go on throughout the feast day. Right?
Con.
With that, Kwame Yashrala.
Kwame Yashrala.